All right, a new CBSN Originals episode explores the hot-button topic of what's been called cancel culture. It's defined as withdrawing support for public figures and companies after they've done or said something considered objectionable or offensive. A recent poll from Morning Consult and Politico found Americans are split on the issue, with 46% saying cancel culture has gone too far. The newest episode of CBSN's Speaking Frankly series dives into the debate. Take a look.
We see a number of people who have been publicly shamed, who have gone viral because they were harassing Black people, harassing people of color. And when the public galvanizes around one of these clips, what folks are doing is saying that collectively, this is not acceptable for our society.
There's a benefit to calling attention to a behavior that is genuinely causing harm to other people. But it's one thing to go after a celebrity who has said a terrible thing, and it's another thing to go after a private citizen who happened to get caught on film in a really bad moment. Those are not equivalent.
CBSN Originals executive producer Adam Yamaguchi joins us now. Adam, good morning. Why are people so divided on this issue?
You know, this really comes down to values. Those who have been driving cancel culture want to create a society that is equitable, that is tolerant, that is inclusive. And that cancel culture really is a mechanism to push us in that direction by calling out people and organizations who are on the wrong side of progress will actually help society make real progress. Now, on the other side are those who say that people are offended by anything and everything. We as a society have become far too sensitive about the words that we use, and that it's almost criminal to say something that offends. And so there's been a real backlash against cancel culture. In the name of political correctness, people are being punished for words and actions that were said far long ago, at a time when those words or ideas were deemed acceptable. People are being called out on video for experiencing a particularly bad moment when they may have said something that perhaps was off color. And so people are being punished. People are losing their careers and their livelihoods through this cancel culture.
Adam, people have been effectively banished in the past, if you will, but social media has really accelerated the process, hasn't it?
Absolutely. People who previously didn't have a platform or a voice to call out others, particularly those in power who have, perhaps acted inappropriately, but have been able to act with impunity, have been called out. We saw that a few years ago with the Me Too movement, and we are experiencing in this moment, as the nation reckons over its racial and cultural injustices, yet another wave of companies, organizations, and people who are being called out for being on the wrong side of that as well.
Well, it's important to underline bad behavior. What's sort of scary in the social media aspect of this is it can happen so swiftly, and you can develop almost kind of a mob mentality and end up discouraging sort of a deep debate on certain issues.
Absolutely, and that's the big conundrum, and I don't think anyone really has an answer as to how do we fix this? How do we go back to having reasoned, rational, nuanced discussions? Social media has been the catalyst for this latest wave of cancellation, and as you pointed out, social media, viral videos don't encourage nuanced discussion. They encourage quick, instant action.
CBSN Originals, you're focusing on culture wars this season. Adam, tell us about that.
Sure. In the run-up to the 2020 election, we find ourselves at odds with each other in a way that I don't think we've seen in an entire generation. We are so polarized. And I think it's important to dissect when and where those social fissures are occurring. So we're asking the question, do clashes over language and ideas actually foster real, meaningful change? Or are they simply bandaging real issues and problems with words that coddle us and make us feel good, and dividing us in the process. And so some of the episodes that we have upcoming, we're going to be looking at fat shaming, whether the celebration of all body types is a positive development for people, or whether it's actually leading to more problems, more health issues for those who are considered obese. We're also looking at online censorship. Who gets censored online for saying what?
All right, looking forward to all of those. Adam Yamaguchi, thanks, Adam. CBSN Originals' latest Speaking Frankly episode, called Cancel Culture, is streaming right now at cbsnews.com/cancel.